Do you know the best thing about Twitter? Absolutely nothing. It's a meme platform, which means it holds no value whatsoever and is only worth laughing at the end of the day. Now, I'm not gonna rehash a whole spiel about what this demented clown is. I'll just simply provide an entire playlist with this video included to get you up to speed for those who aren't in the know. But a shocking revelation has been revealed just recently. Now, this attention whore, this demented basement dweller, is a predatory piece of shit. He is still on my dick to this day, but to no avail. Now, the best thing he can do to me is false flag me until his pathetic existence finally amounts to something, which it never will. I'm fine with that. But what if I told you that there is so much more to Nintendo that even Twitter support is completely tone deaf to, as they naturally are? By the way, I'm going to more than prove, effortlessly by the way, that this guy is indeed an attention whore who is parodying suicide among other things. This won't be the first time he's trying to kill himself. And whether it's true or not, by the way, Twitter, congratulations for once again proving how much of a fucking brain dead and tone deaf pack of shit for brains mods you are that are just as effective as anything on YouTube is, concerning the safety and security of the individuals on your site, of course. Now, if you thought Nintendo has obsessive issues with me because there's nothing left to his pathetic existence, well, take a look at this.
Taking a break from Twitter for mental health regarding the drama with One Up World.
So far he keeps on closing and reopening his Twitter account. Nothing new there, just to play this tired ass victim card filled with self-pity and parodying suicide. And I've already made more than enough videos that effortlessly prove that Nintendo isn't trying to help himself. He's just trying to play the victim with his self-pity gimmick. I guess that's his way of claiming accountability. And here's the pussy hiding behind the block button, because he's one of those retards who blocks someone, then unblocks them just to abuse the report button if they happen to get any reportable offenses, because he thinks that's the best way he can hurt me, I guess. Council culture is one thing, but when you have a retard that is obsessed so much with someone that their best effort is to go out of their way to false flag their social media, well, that says everything you need to know.
I will report you and call the cops.
Way to try hard there, Junior.
I had enough with being cyber bullied.
Yeah, he's the victim hiding behind a block button. Normally, sane individuals will move on with their life and not give a shit about that individual, because that's the point of blocking them, right? But you know how some of those people are. If you haven't blocked them in return, because Twitter, of course, is such a dumbass platform who half-asses everything if they do anything, then they can see your tweets even when they block you. Great use of the block feature, by the way, Twitter. And report your tweets. So let's see a couple of those tweets that Mr. Report Happy here loves to false flag. I'll let you decide if this is any kind of abusive and harassing to anyone. Someone also called Nintendo out on his predatory bullshit. Here's a follow-up tweet. And here comes Galaxy Brain Twitter support saying that I did indeed violate their rules, just because he was also tagged. These two tweets are abusive to someone who's supposed to have you blocked, ladies and gents. I'm coming after him. I'm threatening his life. I'm threatening any aspect of someone who's supposed to have me behind a block button. Now keep in mind, aside from him changing his bio to match his multiple personality disorder many times, this is also the same guy who parodies suicide. The fact that he can get away with all of this abusive and self-harming shit that also violates Twitter's rules is astounding enough. Now, for good measure, I reported his entire account because, just for fun, I want to see if I could actually get a line to a sentient being I know, my mistake, that I can collaborate with, because I have a mountain of evidence on this guy that will righteously shut down this and 70 plus other accounts I'm sure he has. But what does good old tone deaf Twitter support do instead? They naturally send me an automated message.
Thanks for reporting this account. In the meantime, use these useless features you already know about to deal with the matter.
So this is where that stands. Once again, a suicide parody. Oh, and look at this. He has only allowed certain people to contact him. If someone's thinking about suicide. Why are they trying so hard to get some fucking attention? Again, I give a shout out to the galaxy brain that is Twitter support for considering this abusive simply because Nintendo makes the report button go brrr. Someone else called out his predatory behavior. This is why, once again, Twitter is a meme platform. You brought that upon yourself for being weird and creepy towards specific individuals, including me. Harassment of my friends, preying on me. I don't like those that harass and prey on people. Act weird towards a minor. You're 19, preying on a 15-year-old, keeping your own age range. Don't fucking attack someone because they called you out on your bullshit. That is a career criminal when it comes to that sort of thing, Ashley. Twitter, you have done nothing about a pedophile that Nintendo is here because you stupid ass shit for brains are much more concerned with an abusive person that has called him out on his bullshit. Oh yes, it gets so much better. This explains everything in this image. I fucked up big time. I'm embarrassed and ashamed. I harassed him because he called me a bitch. You pedophilic delicate snowflake, you don't get to rationalize your faults going after children because you have a mental problem and you won't help yourself because you hate yourself and can only blame others for your personal fuck-ups. And the person that initially called him out on his bullshit, yeah, the one in these two tweets that were so abusive for doing so, has this to say. By the way, Twitter support, are you watching and taking notes? Blaming us for your shortcomings and blatant harassment towards others is honestly quite childish. Whatever is going on in your personal life has nothing to do with your behavior towards others. You tried coming on to my friend who's a minor, harassed my friend to the point of giving them severe mental stress and anxiety, and have caused me to have stress over the childish shit you're doing for attention. Everybody knows this, but stupid fuck Twitter support. This is all just a facade, and you're using your mental crutch for fucking attention. Please stop contacting these individuals, these children, you filthy ass pedophilic shit. Nintendo, I don't care if you try to come after me because this is all you'll ever do, bitch. The last thing children need is your pathetic existence around them. And Twitter support, the fact that you consider this abusive instead of shit like this makes you no better than this pedophilic scum. You have to be the stupidest shit for brains retards since, well, YouTube. You're an example of the average employee at any job. You clock in and you're just there to waste fucking space for a paycheck. You smooth brains prove that one needs a fucking college degree just to learn how to properly moderate something. Tagging someone who loves to false flag you is more abusive than a pedophile using his self-pity gimmick for redemption. So yeah, a predatory pedophile parodying suicide even gets to reign on a platform like Twitter. How unironic.